Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Dorm Talks. I'm John, that's Chris. And today we had a bunch of big news, big series, big series previews to talk about. Um some highs and lows, mostly lows, but we're gonna get into it all. But before we get into all of that, Christopher, how are we doing today?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. There's been a lot going on. None of it's fun. None of it is fun.
No.
None of it's fun.
Can't can't say it is. Um, we'll we'll get into our full feelings on the AJ Brown trade, the Miles Garrett trade. But first, I think we no, we're gonna do that first. I forgot a whole plan. Um, so let's talk about the trade that happened very at first. I was sitting at work. I don't know, it happened early afternoon. And Miles Garrett gets traded to the LA Rams. There were a lot of rumors on the Cowboys, the Rams, and the Eagles being interested and being in conversation with um with the Browns for Miles Garrett. Um but at the end of the day, the trade that goes through is Miles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams for edge rusher Jared Verse, 2027 first round picks, and I think a second and a third.
Yeah.
Um, so the Rams, who are probably the betting favorites for to be the Super Bowl champions um, of this coming season, they get pound for pound the best player in the league, and they give up a young player, but the three first that were rumored were not given up. Although I think this is a pretty big compensation. So what was your kind of initial reaction to that big trade that happened today?
I texted you about it. I was absolutely horrified.
You did.
The Rams are like one of the only three teams in the NFC that I think are legitimate Super Bowl contenders, and one of the only two teams I think the Eagles would have an issue with. And they just got a lot better. They already got Trent McDuffie, and now they've had, as you said, the best player on the planet. So, you know, very happy, very happy. Very happy. If he was going to go to them, go to the Avengers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he wanted to win a ring, and this is a gosh darn good shot at it. Um, they recently just signed 40-year-old Matthew Stafford to a 1 year extension. So they have him this year and the next year. I mean, he can retire whenever he wants, but this like solely puts him in contention to be like we are all in to win um next year, this year and the next. The Jared Verse element didn't come immediately. So I was like, dang, you're gonna have Miles Garrett on one side. I texted you Miles Garrett on one side, Jared Verse the other, and you're like, nah, bro. It's just Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
Which
I was wondering, I was like, he does know, like, no, that's Jared versus in that trade. That's why they made the trade. I assume
this
everybody else's like was just a bunch of picks package, but getting an actual good player.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't really on my radar, but um, I think it makes like it would be nice to have like just the best edge duo of all time. But I think this makes sense for Cleveland as you get a lot of capital. Assuming they're going to want a quarterback, it gives you good ammunition for that. Um, and the Rams, I mean, they have a really good D line, right? Um, Verse or not, so you add Miles Garrett to that, and geez, and like you said, Trent McDuffie was already added. Um, they already had a top offense, and this defense is going to be a top defense
Yeah.
as long as Miles Garrett and like is there. Like, not even talking about the other pieces, but man, it's gonna be scary.
I'm not worried.
Who's your top three teams in the NFC right now?
Eagles, Seahawks, Rams. Same as it was last year.
Is that order?
No,
No.
it's Eagles, Rams, Seahawks. That um,
I might
complete.
have Rams, Eagles, Seahawks.
I am completely fine. Um,
Seahawks lost so much, dog.
I mean, Seahawks lost a lot, but I also not so that high.
Right, right. No, no,
Anybody else in the NFC. That's my only thing.
like I'm dropping them from one to three. Is
Oh
like,
yeah. No, yeah, I figured that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like out of those three teams, those out of all the NFC teams, that's the only like three teams I like really trust right now.
mhm.
Like obviously I think the Packers could be really good next year. Bears could be really good. Um, Lions,
Packers really depends on how much Michael Parsons is able to play.
yeah. But the Packers also lost some offense.
They lost a lot of receivers.
Yeah, they lost some receivers. Josh Jacobs is more worried about like beating up his girlfriend than he is about playing football.
Lord Jesus.
Micah Parsons had a big time injury last year. I keep forgetting their tight end's name, but he went down.
Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Craft went down last year too. So it's like, hey, that team could be really iffy right now. Um, and then outside of them, it's like who? I guess the Cowboys could be a sleeper team too.
I like what the Cowboys did a lot. Not but like in terms of football, like
Caleb Downs is like one of the two best.
he's probably the best player in the draft. They got him at
Yeah,
like what 10.
yeah. Caleb Downs is one of the best players in the draft. That offense,
Positional value is so like
like yeah, like they're gonna be a really good team,
yeah, they're gonna be
um,
good.
but I
Shout out
think
Christian Parker.
so. I think the Seahawks could be like the dumb looking dragon out of that big three.
Yeah, they they could have a like a Falcons type because it's like I I don't want to completely shut them down, but like
Mhm.
they really did lose a lot of impact pieces. Like I mean, what Kenneth Walker was able to do. I mean, I know they drafted a rookie that from Notre Dame that they're really like high on, but it's like to expect him to like duplicate that playoff impact,
Mhm.
that's tough. And
Mhm.
I don't even know if Charbonnet is gonna play
Right.
because he got hurt late in the season.
So
And that
yeah.
run game was such a big part. And I know their offensive line is very good, and that's still gonna be very good. Um, and the receiver core is a receiving core. Um, the defense is a lot different. They lost a lot of pieces there.
Mhm.
So we'll see. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I think the Rams did exactly what they should do. I mean, they've always been known to not be afraid to trade draft picks, and they
As they
traded
should.
less draft picks than people think they were going to, and so shout out to them.
As they should. When you can get Miles Garrett, you go get Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
I think
that was kind of thinking I had with your basketball team, but we'll get into that later. Um,
we don't have to talk about them right now, man.
we'll get into that later.
More of it.
Should
Like
we?
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have anything else to say about the Rams or?
I don't know. I'm a little worried about their offense right now.
Oh yeah, how so?
Yeah. Devontae Adams, number one. He did get hurt near the tail end of the year, and
Yeah,
that could always be worrisome. This offense is also completely dependent on if Matt Stafford's back doesn't act up again, because that was like the whole reason we were a little worried about him last year.
yeah, and he's been on like a every other year kind of thing too.
Yeah. Like I don't want to put it out there, but I'm like, oh man, like
I mean, they did try to trade. um Devontae Adams. They were very
Yeah.
open about that.
So maybe they know more about it than we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They could
maybe
know.
they're trying to get ahead of it. I don't know, because he's getting into his 30s.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could tell he lost that burst by the end of their during their playoff run. Like he just wasn't.
Yeah, and they tried to get AJ Brown pretty aggressive. Like that deal was almost done
Yeah.
to send AJ to LA. That was almost like, and for Howie to trade in conference, like with a contender that would play every single year
Mhm.
for some reason, like it would have had to been a really good trade. Like they would have to give him a lot to get him.
It'd probably been like Devontae and I think people said like a first or a second, not a first. It was definitely like a second attached to it. But knowing the
Yeah,
Rams could have been a first. Maybe they just
as
throw
their
them
GM said, "Fuck them picks." I mean,
there.
he doesn't care.
I guess if it works, it works.
So if they're willing to give up that much, they're probably worried about something.
Yeah. So and then
And I mean, who knows with Puka Nakua, right?
I know he's an idiot. So
And he's like he's in rehab now. I don't know. Like I just
what the fuck he's doing?
I don't know.
I don't like I
So
remember we saw JSN get that contract extension. We were all like, "Oh man, Puka's about to get paid," and then and he was like, "Nah, I actually don't want to.
let me be offensive in every way I can.
Let me be
Um,
as dumb as is physically possible."
well, let me find the dumbest people in the streaming universe and just meet up with them.
You know, let me man, we've had a lot of really stupid moves made by NFL players this all season, man. And
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
some real dumb moves.
just ruin it for themselves.
I know. I was like scrolling down the NFL Reddit. I was like, man, I was like, I saw like a back-to-back post of like Puka, Josh Jacobs, Jackson Dart. I'm like, my God. I'm
Jesus
like,
Christ.
can we start taking like, can they like just go into hibernation during the off season before OTA start?
Right,
That's,
like go on vacation with your family.
I know, like you
You're
get
about to
paid.
not see him for months.
I'm like, bro, if I got paid that much money and I had all this time off, you would not hear from me.
No, I'm not making no public appearance.
We'd be in PR for an entire like month
Right.
to see me.
Now they're dealing with PR, you know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
that was bad.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was bad.
Um, their PR team working extra overtime.
Oh, man.
So I mean, I think the Rams offense do have a lot of questions. I guess I didn't really think about that. Um, but whew, I mean, if Devontae Adams isn't there the whole year, it definitely puts a hindering on their offense.
Mhm.
It actually really makes sense why they were going after AJ Brown that much. Did you see the tweet I think Ian Rappaport made? It was like right after Miles and AJ got traded, and he's like, and now the post June 1st move focused to Brandon Ayuk and Alvin Kamara.
My God, dude.
I was
I
like, oh
saw that. I was like, oh
brother,
my God. I was like, yeah, I forgot it. It gets ugly.
the Commanders off big offseason edition. It's gonna be Brandon Ayuk.
I think I saw he only follows Jaden Daniels, the Commanders, and his wife on Instagram. What the
That should be the biggest red flag to not sign that guy.
I hate to like look at this for myself, man. I can't spell his name. I was like,
Um,
my God, it's really true too, dude.
it's really only three people.
Yo, it's really just the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, and his wife. It's like I'm gonna show the screen for it, but I need y'all to see this. This is
That's so
objectively
crazy.
hilarious. It is just those three.
You'd think he'd like follow Debo Samuel since they used to be teammates, and now Debo. Well, oh wait, Debo's not on Washington anymore. Never mind, I forgot.
I mean, he hasn't been signed yet.
He's still a free agent.
All right, Eagles go. No, don't.
We have enough receivers.
Sure, he's got all
We have
15.
we have so we're looking like the Packers with two. It's like if the Packers also had two number one wide receivers.
No.
Well, we're signing a lot of Packers because of our offensive coordinator, who I'm really excited about. But we will get into that in a little bit. Um, the trade that people have been saying it's been in the works for 4 months. It's really been in the works for like a year. It feels like. Um, I mean, AJ's been hinting at going to New England since before I can remember. Man,
Yeah.
he's been trolling us forever.
He's been annoying about it for a while.
Very annoying about it. Um, when did the Patriots post that picture of him with the Brady jersey?
Mhm.
Or
That
and
was
then
him.
I was
Yeah,
like, I was like, mm. um,
whatever.
but yeah, Eagles trade AJ Brown to the Patriots for the
28.
Eagles receive a 2028 first round pick and a 2027 fifth round pick. I think I heard that we're getting the better of the fifth round picks they have,
Mhm.
which cool. Um, it stinks that um I said this in a group chat earlier. It stinks that it's great that we got a first round pick, but it stinks that like the main player we're trading AJ Brown for or vice versa, we're not gonna see till I'm like 25. Um,
I know. It's like I get it, but I really wish we could have gotten the 27 first rounder.
yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish it wasn't like so narrowed down to one team.
I know. I really wanted that Jacksonville trade.
Yeah, because they're probably like, why would I trade like a first round pick this year and some change for a receiver that we've known to be a diva and known that he wasn't traded to where he wanted to be. Like, why would we want to take that on? So
Going
that's
down?
probably
You going down?
Well,
Oh,
that's that's
oh, my
okay,
bad.
you go.
that's probably what it was mostly about. If I had to guess, if I had to guess, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
so Eagles get first round pick and a fifth. Let's talk about the Patriots side of things. Obviously the Patriots passing offense in the regular season was very efficient. It was one of the best, and that was with their top receiver being either Keyshawn Booty or an old Stephon Diggs. Um, Now you add AJ Brown to the mix, and I think you can only assume that like this is going to be a big plus for them. Just having that guy that you have to defenses have to scheme around for. But what's your outlook on the Patriots after this trade?
Obviously, yeah, as you just said, they get a really good wide receiver core now. Like they went from like a real suspect one last year to having a legitimate core.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we were talking about all the time, kind of making fun of like Romeo Dobbs, being one of the Packers 15 wide receiver threes. But now the Patriots have him as an actual wide receiver, like two or three, depending on how you want to look at him versus Booty.
Yeah.
And AJ Brown is like their clear number one. So, the Patriots offense does have a lot of weapons now. Travion Henderson, um, that's Hunter Henry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I keep getting him and Tucker Kraft mixed up for some
I
reason.
feel like he's been on the Patriots for like 15 years now.
Yeah, it's
They
so they've got a good team going on. But
gotta
yeah,
figure out that offensive line.
yeah, they got to figure that out. Yeah, they really do. Because if they can, it's like they've got an elite defense. You
Yeah.
know, Christian Gonzalez is like still one of the three best corners in football last year.
Milton Williams is a monster. He was one of the best players on the field in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like that defense really carried them in the Super Bowl. That defense really carried them to the Super Bowl.
It did.
Like
100% did.
if their offense can like match that output, even though they're gonna have like a way harder schedule, like
There's gonna be a lot of like psychological elements that the Patriots have to like um, push through. Like, I mean, when we talked about like the offensive line, Will Campbell, I mean, just became the butt of every joke after the biggest game ever, right? And he said a lot of that had to do with his injury, even though that wasn't an excuse. So maybe he's fully healthy. He can like figure some things out. I was hearing something of maybe they find a way to move him to guard because he does have a shorter arms. Um, so it's tough for him to deal with some of those top edge rushers when you have those shorter arms, that deficit. But if he can figure, because he had stretches where he was pretty good in the beginning of the year. Um, so if it figures out, that's great. But that's gonna be a big mental block to get out of, and confidence is such a big thing in that position. Um, then you have, I mean, the coaching situation with Vrabel and all that mess, and the head being a head coach is a very mentally based thing, and if your mental's all messed up, I mean, it can be an issue too. Um, and then I mean, Drake May is like he's got all the easy schedule allegations on him. Now his schedule is gonna be a lot harder, so it's gonna be like, all right, now you got AJ Brown, so no excuses, man. That's a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
So Patriots got a lot to prove. They grew up real fast in the public eye. Like they're not no longer a surprise team anymore.
You think Drake May's going to start getting hate from like the general NFL?
Um, I feel like his is more like fun to laugh at than hate. I don't know. Um,
I had
you,
a good time with it.
I know you did.
Great time. I keep that Drake May playoff run image in my favorites folder. Put that right next to my Justin Herbert one. No, I'm playing. I'm not joking. It
The
is there.
schedule. You're not joking at all.
I'm
You're
not
not playing.
joking.
You are not playing.
It's right next to the Josh Allen 0-8 and OT games.
You are Chet Holmgren because you're not playing.
Oh,
Um,
come on, dude. Let me have one, let me have one good thing, man.
sorry.
Let me have
Um,
one good thing. Continue.
hey, if you want one good thing, it is that the Eagles have gotten past the AJ Brown saga. It's
Mhm.
over. Um, Smitty is the number one wide receiver. Eagles bring in Mekhi Lemon, Dontavian Wicks, Hollywood Brown. Um, a lot of exciting pieces. Elijah Moore, if you want to throw that one in too. Um, so just a lot of fun pieces that makes our um our receiver room um just look more deep than it has been. Because I mean our depth was looking real sketchy the past couple years. Um Now it's like okay, we got some guys that fit the scheme, we got some guys just pure talent guys. It's going to make it a lot more interesting. Um am I going to say we're better for the trade? No, I'm not ready to say that. Um just cuz you're losing a talent like AJ Brown. But and we don't really have anyone out of these wide receivers that gives the physical threat of AJ Brown. That being
Tommy
said,
Wilson. That's my
I
guy.
forgot about Johnny Wilson, dog.
That's my guy.
Shout out Johnny Wilson.
Watch this breakout season.
Hey, I'm for it, man. I really am.
Watch White Calvin Johnson get his breakout season, man. No, it's not.
But that being said, Devontae Smith is a guy who, I mean, he can beat anyone with a route, and he's not afraid to go up and get it. Um, Makai Lemon, like they always say he plays big, but it's like watching his film and just how strong his hands are, and how he has just a really big uh, catch radius for someone his size.
Mhm.
Um, I'm really excited to see him in like a feature position because they're gonna need him out the gate.
Oh yeah.
Out the gate. Um, yeah. So how are you feeling about the Eagles?
Feeling
Uh,
great. Just gonna keep going. I am feeling great. I'm feeling terrific action.
let's
I'm feeling
go.
static.
Let's go.
No. The Eagles defense, number one. Like I feel like people aren't talking about this. That defense has got like a whole lot better.
It did get better.
It got a whole lot better. Yeah, obviously you lose N'Kobe Dean and Reed Blankenship, but I don't think that's as big a losses as it
Mhm.
really is. Like Jaha Campbell looked great before N'Kobe came back,
Yeah.
right? Reed Blankenship, he's nice, but I'm very happy they didn't match that contract.
Yeah. He was real rough at the end of the year too.
Marcus Epps did fine last season. I feel like people don't talk about that. Like I feel like he gets talked about like Adoree Jackson got talked about. I'm like he just objectively was not anywhere near that bad.
He was a good.
Yeah, he was like really good. Like you didn't hear his name ever get called because he wasn't getting blown by in coverage or anything
Exactly.
like
And people forget about Andrew Makuba too.
yeah. And he
He was
recruit
really good.
great. So they'll be back. They'll be your safety duo, and then obviously Tariq Woolen makes it so you have probably the best corner trio in in football right now.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
you've got the best man-on-man, one-on-one corner in the league. You've got the best slot corner in the league. Now you got Tariq Woolen, so you don't have like that glaring weakness at the other outside. So I'm just I'm not worried. Front seven still elite.
And with the safety position, I mean, you have Michael Carter who is like that slot corner
Mhm.
spot. So if you need like Cooper DeJean to slide to safety and he can fill in that
Yeah.
nickel corner
I remember they were talking
or
about that
vice versa.
in the offseason. Like you can move Cooper to Gene around still.
Yeah, because DeJean didn't like I know we all call him a corner and it's fun to call him, but like he is more of a safety.
Mhm.
Like I would sooner want to put him on safety than put him outside on somebody.
Oh yeah, no.
So
So we're fine. And then offensively, it's like we're good still. We went from Kevin Patula. Like I don't think people realize that our offense really. I don't think they could get any worse
no,
this season.
I am really, really excited about our new offense. Um, um, Sean Mannion. I'm really excited about. I don't know why I keep forgetting names, but Sean Mannion.
Just put some
I
respect on Sean's name, yeah.
listen. NFL Mobile. He was my quarterback. Um, like 2022 or whatever. Um, Yeah, Sean Mann, I'm real excited. He has that. Like I always wanted a guy from one of those McVay,
Mhm.
Shanahan trees, and now I like this is a guy, right? Um, and it's like, oh, he's never called plays before, but like, I mean, he was a quarterback. He's been in these systems. He's
Mhm.
helped create these systems. I'm I'm feeling really really good, and he's changing up like everything. He's not easing Hurts into this. He's saying, no, this is what we're doing.
Mhm.
And I believe that you can run this. And Hurts is excited about it, man. I think all these reports about him not being able being not easy to coach is such BS. And I think this is how you prove it, right?
Right,
You have a guy completely flipping on its head saying playing a brand of football that people swear up and down that you can't play.
right.
Um, and this year is so big for Jalen. I'm not gonna go and say it's a prove it year because he's a Super Bowl MVP. You don't got nothing to prove to anybody.
I know.
But it's such a big year for um like showing what he can do.
Right.
Like how I don't even know why because he's shown that he can play in any system because he's had 15 different offensive coordinators in the last 2 years. It's like he's gonna he's gonna be okay, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, we're excited. That's my MVP pick again. We're going back to back.
Why
Um,
not?
Devontae Smith, Offensive Player of the Year.
JSN type season.
Yep.
That's dope.
I'm gonna start calling him the Emerald City Route artist.
Brotherly love. It's got to be something like that, like brotherly love.
I don't even know how to. Like, how did you come up with that, man?
It's so stupid.
It's like, how did you? And people are calling him that now too. That's like the funniest part. He was all like, "No, we're not."
It's Ekra for short.
I'm like, I'd be sick if I was him. They just called me that.
Freaking, it's just like this is like a podcast that I watch, like listen to regularly. I'm like, why? This is so stupid. This is so
Emerald
stupid.
City.
All right. Anything else about the football moves of the day?
Um, nah.
Quick reminder, NBA season is wrapping up soon. So our NFL positional rankings will begin very, very soon.
Yep.
Expect that quarterback list to drop soon. I know I'm excited.
Expect that Justin Herbert outside of the top 15 list to drop soon. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. I
The
don't think
narratives will feed families.
y'all can't y'all won't y'all be ready for me putting Drake May as a B tier quarterback. Yeah, y'all aren't ready for this. I'm gonna get some real nasty hot takes out there.
Oh, I will try to finagle Kyler Murray back in the top 10.
I'm
Don't you
putting
worry.
Kyler Murray right down there at F tier. It won't even be about if I think he's that bad. It's gonna be about sending a message. Like I need you to understand.
Making a
Again,
statement.
we're gonna have some fun though. We're gonna have some fun. You know, we're gonna have some fun trying to figure out where we put certain guys. Um, and
Yeah,
how we're gonna convince ourselves to keep Josh Allen out of the top two.
he's there for me. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm putting him right in the top seven. I can't. I can't do that.
are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah, I've been through worse. I can talk.
Yeah. Chris spammed a lot of Christmas posts right after the game, trying to go to his happy place. Um, the uh the Spurs will be meeting the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals starting this Wednesday. Um, the I mean, I guess we can start with the Knicks and Cavs because there's not much to talk about because they just beat the brakes off of them.
The Knicks' only issue on the path to the finals was CJ McCollum. So, no,
And apparently Mitchell Robinson playing Pinky Wars or something. Like I don't know what he was doing.
no. They said
um
it wasn't even related to basketball. So I was like, what are you doing?
what do you do?
Like, what could you have possibly been doing that did that?
Break your pinky, dog.
I really want to know what he was doing. Was it like some John Wall stuff? He just fell in his house.
You
Like,
fell in your house and only hit your pinky.
I really want to know what the fuck he was doing at that.
I don't know if we'll ever know. We may never know.
Yeah,
But um I don't know. The Knicks offense looks pretty unstoppable right now.
yeah. Carl
Um,
Anthony Towns being allowed to be like a point center for them has looked disgusting.
it's been like really good, and I mean, Mikal Bridges turning into a competent NBA player. Josh Hart always remembering how to shoot in the playoffs. Um,
I hate Josh Hart so much, dude.
it's really crazy that I like damn near grew up watching these guys and cheering for these guys, and now I just hate them all.
I can't stand him. This is the worst case scenario for me. I hate this.
Oh yeah, no, it sucks.
But yeah,
Um,
their depth has been underrated too.
yeah, they're who knew that the Knicks actually had some players on the bench.
The coach.
Thibodeau did not know that. Uh, but yeah, I think that this final is not going to be the wash that people say it is. That
Mhm.
it's going to be like whoever comes out the West is the champion. I don't necessarily know that's the case. Know if that's the case. We'll obviously get into calling the series later in the show, but um, I guess the real questions from the series lies upon like what do the Cavaliers do next? Um, because I don't know if you can expect as easy as a playoff run to the conference final, and they made that easy conference finals as difficult as it possibly could be.
Like looking back on it, you go in a seven against like number one, the Raptors. That should not have went to like 5 games, if we're being honest.
Were not a good team,
Yeah.
dog.
Scotty Barnes
Straight
is
up.
good, but like no, right? And then the Pistons like had so many glaring issues that like, what were you doing?
Just playing with her food. Like crazy. Um yeah, they underperformed, and even when they did perform to standards, it just wasn't enough. Um
Mhm.
I saw a lot of people like talking about how bad the James Harden move was, and I don't
I
think
think
it was a
it was.
bad move. I think it was like do you think you do any better with Darius Garland there?
No, you probably lose
You
earlier. There's
probably lose earlier.
like
They didn't. Him and Mitchell did not play well together at all.
yeah. There like people were saying that like Darius Garland is some like elite point guard. Yo, he was the worst player in the NBA at one point. Like I don't know if
Statistically, he was the worst player in
he
the
was the
NBA.
worst player on the planet. Like at one point. Like he was bad. And he wasn't
Yeah,
good in the playoffs either. He had injury issues, and then, as a small guard, you already struggle enough in those moments. Like,
right.
and the size of those teams were really exposed him too.
Yeah, exactly. And like Harden's no elite defender, but at least he's 6'6".
Yeah, at least he's not smaller than us. Like,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
people realize that like Darius Garland's a very small person.
And
Sorry,
that's
that sounds
okay.
mean
But
to say, actually. Sounds mean. But
oh,
yeah,
that's mean. But when you say about Kyler, it's perfectly fine.
Kyler, ooh, I'm not gonna get into Kyler actually. We are focused on basketball right now. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay.
I'll save that for my QB rankings. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do as the Cavs at this point? Like, what do you do?
I don't know. I think Jared Allen gotta like you gotta mix something up in the front court.
Yeah.
Um,
It sucked because I felt like those two like played really good this run. Like I felt
at times, yeah.
like obviously they weren't perfect. But it's like hard to like point because it didn't feel like any the one thing went wrong specifically. It was like kind of just like everything. Like they just kind of got
Yeah. It's it's weird because like everyone's saying like the Cavs need to blow it all up. It's like they went to the conference finals.
yeah, this
Now it got to a point where they like just weren't good enough to make it to the finals, but they made it to the conference finals.
yeah. It was like,
Um,
do you make a splash trade for Giannis? Like, what do you do here?
does Milwaukee even entertain trading Giannis that close to home?
But I guess
Um,
it's like if Milwaukee trades him, they're not gonna expect to like be a good team for like any time
right.
soon. To be
Which
honest.
is interesting because like if you trade for Evan Mobley, like Evan Mobley's like he's a guy. I feel like he's the kind of player that you don't. I don't know if you really build around,
Yeah.
but
He hasn't taken that like a leap offensively. And he's also
yeah,
24.
right.
He's not old, but he is
Well,
getting
like
up.
by the time Milwaukee gets through rebuild, he'll be like 28, 29.
Yeah, so and he doesn't really show me like I don't know, like oh yeah, this guy's gonna take a crazy offensive leap soon.
Yeah, I mean, if if I'm making a trade, if I'm Milwaukee, I'm just want as much draft capital as possible. Like throw as many filler contracts as you want in there, but like I just want draft capital. But yeah, I don't because like I don't necessarily think they should trade Donovan Mitchell either. Like I think
No,
that's a big overreaction.
he was their best player for this run too. Like unless you get like some crazy overpay for him, like
Like yeah, you lose in the conference finals, and people's first thought being to get rid of one of the best scorers in the league. I don't I that doesn't really make sense to me at all.
Yeah, I don't. But I also like get it because it's like, what do you do? Because I don't think they're good enough to win the finals. Like
No.
obviously, like, and then it's like, well, what else can they do, right? Like you kind of have to stick it out with Harden because it's like, who are you going to trade him for, right?
Right. I mean, I think he's a free agent and they're gonna re-sign him.
Well, I think he's resigning. I think he said he was
Yeah,
resigning.
he for sure is. Um,
Um, but yeah, there's not much they can do.
I mean, they're gonna be a top team in the East next year. It's just you have to get really lucky.
Yes. I don't know. I saw like a couple like trades of them and the Thunder in a package, but I was like,
Some
none of those
horrible
like made
trades.
sense. Yeah, it was like those. It's I don't know if I want to get into the Thunder yet. 'Cause unless we have,
Yeah.
yeah, like you know, we'll talk about that when we get to OKC. San Antonio, but yeah, there's not much that I feel like the Cavs can do. You know, it's like, all right, I don't know. Like who trades for Jared Allen at this point? Who's like desperate for a
They
spin?
seem to be at a dead end.
Yeah,
Like
right.
they're expensive. They don't really like. They don't have like the piece that like you feel like you should move aren't really like. I don't think they're gonna give you a lot back.
Uh-huh. And they don't have any picks, do they?
I don't know. Probably not many. Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Well,
say.
they get swept by New York. New York goes to the finals. Um. Now we can go to the other series. Um. Thunder, San Antonio Spurs. Going into Game 6, the Thunder had a 3-2 lead on the
Hmm.
series. Couldn't close it. Kind of got blown out in San Antonio. Came home and lost in a battle that was just SGA doing what he can with very little support from anyone else.
It was him and Case Wallace versus the world.
Quite literally.
Um, it was hard to watch. It was hard.
Agreed.
It was hard to watch. Um, takeaways. I guess number one is, man, there was a lot. Obviously Chet, you know, played like terribly. Like he was almost a non-factor.
Just a complete shell of himself. And
Like, and I get it because this is a hard matchup, you know, because he has like the better version of him on the other side of the court.
literally.
But like, man, man,
Yeah, I mean
nasty.
they had answers for Chet. I mean, and his conference was just shook.
Yeah.
People said like the turning point was him getting dunked on by Wemby in that game, but I don't know. He's kind of playing this all series. I I think he just got in his head, man, and um, because yeah, it was a tough matchup, and it's tough to expect someone of your frame to go up against someone your frame that's also like taller than you, with just more all around better skill. Um, so that's a like a roadblock of its own. But then to just have the psychological advantage over you and just like then you're just completely taking yourself out of the competition. When you're not even looking at the rim, and you're a player that's paid to and expected to contribute offensively and defensively, and you're becoming a non-factor on defense against Wembanyama, where Hartenstein's just trying his best to just get in front of him.
Yeah, and
Um,
Hartenstein was doing good against him like all series. I thought
yeah,
he got the
uh,
matchup. He was holding him to like less than 30 points a game.
we'll talk about Wembanyama because everyone was claiming the best in the world. And I
I didn't
didn't
see it.
see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. This game didn't feel like a Wemby went in SJ's house and outplayed him. This felt like the Spurs as a team went into the Thunder's house and made a statement.
The only game that made me feel like Wemby like had that argument was game one, and there was still like the glaring issue that I have about Wemby that he didn't have in
And
that
then
game.
I think, and then also like we saw him get one-on-one coverage versus Alex Caruso game one. It's
Yeah,
like this isn't Jokic. He's like not. He's like athletic and fast enough to just not have to worry about somebody taking off his center of gravity like that.
right,
And
right,
his team can throw entry passes too.
exactly, exactly.
Like,
He,
like there's some very big deals.
I have a lot to say about San Antonio, but we'll finish up with the Thunder.
Um, but yeah, you there's a lot to take away negatively from this game. I think you look at that, Lou Dort's probably not going to be on this team next year. He's too expensive, and it feels like another Josh Giddey situation where it's like you want to keep him,
Yeah,
right? Especially because Lou's had like good moments, right? Like we don't win the finals last year without him, obviously.
no.
Like we don't make it past Denver.
I
Um,
mean, do you get this far without like you don't have J Dub's defense a lot of the playoffs, and now you have Lou Dort to have to step up against those matchups, and he did a really good job.
yeah, he did great. So it's hard, but with that contract, he's just gonna obviously price himself out of it.
Can't keep everybody. You just
Yeah.
can't.
He's gonna price himself out. Um, but negatively, I really feel like it was like, yeah, obviously Alex Caruso and Jared McCain didn't shoot very well from this game,
No.
like at all. But like outside of Queso and J Will, it was like that felt like you could say that for the whole team, anyways,
Yeah.
right? That was like this is just a game of, you're missing you're missing J-Dub, you're missing AJ Mitchell. Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins have been like unplayable this postseason.
Mitchell was such an underrated blow.
Yeah, seriously. That's like it's like I can't really harp on them too much shooting wise because you know it could be better. That's
Yeah.
all you there's not much I could say there, you know.
It's it makes me because like I I asked you and we texted over this over the weekend. Because I said like on this show last offseason, I said like, would you trade for Giannis? Like, would you give up Chet and picks for Giannis? And you pretty said adamantly no. And I asked you again. You're definitely more lenient about it, but you're like you're worried about overreacting, right?
I feel like that's like a it feels like that'd be the same type of trade that we've seen in the past couple of years. Like every
Yeah,
like big name like super team and everything in the past couple of years, it's like, oh, they had a really good run, and then they were like, oh man, we like folded here, so let's make this big splash trade for a superstar, and that just immediately like guts your team. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like,
Um. So yeah, it's like next year you expect to have Jada, you expect to have AJ Mitchell, you expect that maybe Chet's not as bad as he was.
yeah,
Um, because I was seeing some crazy like saying like this might be it for Chet, like saying that like this just like you can't expect him to compete at a high level because
I know.
of series like this. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
I was like, come on, guys. I was like, the
He,
Spurs are a great team, but it's like, let's not act like. I think, and
he
also we also saw people questioning his All NBA and all defensive selections. It's like,
and like that's a point for Wemby. Like Wemby dominated this series, well versus Chet especially.
mhm,
Um, and Chet is an All NBA player, deservedly. That's how like they're
yeah,
both NBA players, but there's obviously a gap, and that just shows how good Wemby is as a defender,
yeah,
right? Um, I think that says more about Wemby than it does Chet because we saw Chet the rest of the playoffs just play really well.
yeah. Like he dominated the Lakers, dominated Phoenix. Like he's been good all season. I don't know. It's like
Yeah,
this is literally the only matchup in the league where I'm like, yeah, they got it. Like
yeah,
there's not much. Because even against a guy like Jokic, there's like exploitable weaknesses. You know what I mean? And like outside of him, like how many good big men are there in the league?
Wemby is one of the most athletic big men you're gonna find,
Yeah,
and Jokic is the opposite.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think Chet is still like the type of player you want against Wemby in this first team.
Yeah, I like other than like a prime Joel Embiid, I
Yeah,
just don't.
yeah, like
There's not many other good options.
yeah. It's literally Prime and Beat or Giannis are like the only other two guys where I'm like, yeah, I need you to beat Wemby.
And
Like,
maybe that's an argument for bringing Giannis. Like
yeah. But even then it's like as we just said, that this wouldn't be a prime Giannis.
it would
This would be a Giannis like very obviously on a decline.
with knee issues.
Yeah. I mean, those are always worrisome for a guy like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my thing. And I think the biggest issue with bringing in a guy like Giannis is we've seen he isn't like that great of an off-ball player.
Right.
So with Dame, who should have been like the perfect running mate for him, they just kind of didn't work as like a 1-2 punch. It was more like a he comes down and does this. Sometimes he does
He does his thing. He does, yeah.
like
That's
it
why I'm
wasn't
so
like
confused. Like
yeah,
when I'm seeing the Giannis to Portland rumors, I was like,
yeah. We just
why?
saw that. We just saw that, right? You know, it's not like a Harden and Embiid thing where they like work perfectly with each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nah, I don't know. That's one of the things.
That's why Giannis worked well with Drew Holiday because Drew didn't need the ball all the time. He was just a guy who was really elite at what he did.
Yeah, you know, or like a Chris Middleton, like, yeah, he's an incredible shot maker, but they're very clearly nowhere near as good as Giannis is.
Yeah, Chris was a off ball player, very good off ball
Yeah.
player.
Like, like Shea's one of the worst ones. I don't want him playing off ball, to be honest.
Like the ideal star matchup there is like Steph Curry,
Yeah,
right?
that's why he's always been like predicted, like, oh, Giannis is going to the Warriors this offseason because they would play perfect together. But yeah, yeah, I don't, yeah, that's why I'm like very like, I don't think Giannis is a, I think because you give up a lot of draft capital, obviously. You have to give up Chet,
You
like
have to.
to give up Chet or
You make
Jada.
the money work.
Like you have, like yeah, you have to make the money work. And then they also probably have to rework a lot of other contracts too, because that still doesn't really help the fact that that's like the whole like thing with Isaiah Hartenstein and Lou Dort and Alex Caruso. You'll still probably have to lose some of those guys anyways.
Right. And you need a center with Giannis.
Yeah, you need a center. He's not a center.
Ha- yeah, he's not. Having a guy like Hartenstein would be very helpful. Like it's
Yeah,
helpful to have a stretch big, but like
yeah.
you
You
need
know,
somebody. And you
maybe
would
you
have
want
a
to do
hole.
J Will full time as your starting center, because then you'll have Sorber off the bench. But
That's not terrible.
it's not terrible, right? But
Jay Will played well this playoffs
yeah,
when he
he's
needed to.
played great just playoffs, you know. So I don't know. That's where I'm like I'm iffy about it, you know. And that's another ball dominant guy when Jada and AJ Mitchell are coming back next season.
Right.
Like obviously, like I think people are looking at it like Giannis would have been perfect here instead of Chet, like in this specific
Maybe
moment.
for this series, yeah.
Like against the Spurs with no Jada, no AJ Mitchell, and with Giannis out there instead of
A
Chet.
rental Giannis would have been great.
Yeah, they would have won in like 5, 6 games, right?
Right.
But
That's not
overall,
the makeup of the team.
but that's not really good team. We're going into next season, hopefully with the healthy Jada, AJ Mitchell, you know.
And in a trade, if you have to give up, like, if you have to give up a Wemby and a Case and Wallace, and it's like, now you're like dismantling like what makes your team so good.
Yeah.
Is that you're this deep?
Yeah. And I think people don't talk about like how good Case and Wallace and Jerry McCain were.
They were great.
They were great for this team. So, you know, you want those guys to be like your premier like role players coming off. You know what I mean? Like you'll be fine getting rid of Isaiah Joe and Eric Wiggins
Yeah.
and Alex Caruso and Lou Dort because it's like, oh well, we have, you know, legitimate
Was
guys.
Aaron Wiggins hurt, or did he just not get play?
It just wasn't good.
Mm.
You know, I don't know if you remember, he did play game 6 and
Oh,
he wasn't good at all. He just wasn't. And it's been kind of a thing with him. Like his it's like his type of skill set, that wing that can like create like when that shot wasn't falling, because it wasn't falling from three or like at the rim.
hmm
there.
Fair.
And Isaiah Joe has a better version of him on this team. Man,
Well, Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins are gonna both be Sixers next year, so
man, imagine if Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins were on this team this year, man. They could have really used some depth. Man, Jerry McCain, man, what was
it's almost like if you would have traded Jared McCain for some of that depth, it would have been a better deal. But
uh
no, no.
that's nasty to look at, think about, man. Isaiah Joe and Jerry McCain were Sixers. Julian Champagnie was a Sixer.
All right, this is not a Sixers episode. We're not talking about the Sixers.
Yo, that's crazy to think
We're not
about. Yo.
talking about the
Oh my
Sixers.
God, they just gave them away for nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it.
You conveniently switch the they and the we when you're talking about the Sixers. Like you conveniently switch. Like you can say, "Oh, I don't know them. Sixers? Who are they?" But
Oh, man.
you
I'm sorry.
ooh,
Sorry. I'm not gonna talk about the Sixers. I'm sorry. I feel like we've ragged on the Sixers enough.
we've had a rag on Philly enough today.
The Spurs, that's a deep team though. That's a great team. Looking at
Yeah,
that.
let's talk about San Antonio.
Like they're that's a great deep team, you know.
Deeper than I thought. Oh my God, Dylan Harper.
Dylan,
Holy crap.
he's that good.
Like I knew he was good. Obviously, he was who I wanted in the draft. I really wanted the number 2 pick to get Dylan Harper. Like I obviously knew Dylan Harper was really good, but holy shit, bro!
good. Like, bro, he's literally because it's like, oh man, that's a point guard who's so comfortable like getting to the rim and being a good passer. Like that doesn't grow on trees.
And they just staggered him with like he's on the court. Okay, now you have De'Aaron Fox who
Yeah,
played
like
really well.
watching
It's
De'Aaron Fox hit. I remember. I think I was like one of the when they went absolutely on fire from three in the fourth.
yeah.
I saw De'Aaron Fox hit like a step back three. I was like, okay, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
that's like my fault. Yeah, we lost. I was like, yeah,
Basketball in general forgot how good De'Aaron Fox was. I'm like, let's not forget De'Aaron Fox is a really good basketball player.
yeah,
And they just casually have him on this team.
yeah. Like, God,
I feel like in the future, when we look back on this team basketball reference, we're going to be like, De'Aaron Fox? Man, I forgot De'Aaron Fox on this team. But,
God.
because when in the few, obviously, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Wembanyama, maybe Vassell. It's like that's gonna be the core of the team for a long time. Speaking of
Yeah,
Vassell, he had a really good series.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he's like the perfect 3-and-D player for today's game. Yo,
yeah,
you ever thought, but they have like three of like the perfect role players for today's game between him, Champagnie, and Keldon Johnson.
yeah.
Like
Aren't they so? They gotta be so glad they didn't trade Keldon Johnson when he's in all those rumors.
seriously.
Oh, he's not gonna be building. Like the expectation for Keldon Johnson, 5 years ago, was that he was gonna be a star player or whatever.
Mhm.
This is such a perfect role for him.
This is perfect for him. Yeah, he
Just be a spark plug.
yeah, literally the definition of a high energy guy off the bench.
Yeah,
I can't tell how many times I would see him just soaring for a random rebound or leap over everybody and just score the ball or just put his shoulder down into somebody in the series.
it's bringing back like that Lou Will element.
Yeah, he's like a bruiser version of Lou Will.
Yeah, he's like a bigger.
Like a
Um,
yeah, he's like a Lou Will that's gonna like instead of like saucing you, he's gonna like
yeah,
move you out of the way.
exactly. He's
Yeah.
just a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Um,
Stephon Castle.
I mean,
What a turnaround, right?
seriously,
Those first two games where he's forced to play point guard, ooh, it looked rough. And then, you know,
like you play your role and you're really good. Like, how about that?
yeah. Um,
Um, bit credit to Mitch Johnson. Because I mean, you have so many guards and you're able to make it work, and because your wing depth isn't crazy, but you have a guy like Julian Champagnie who completely broke out and played the role he needed to play perfectly. You have all these guards, and you know exactly when to play them, how to play them. Mitch Johnson like coached a really really good series. Um,
It's a coaching masterclass, I mean, honestly.
I would say so. I would definitely say so. Let's talk about Wembanyama because um obviously there's more positives than negatives to talk about Wembanyama because I mean he was obviously the glue that holds his team together,
Mhm.
makes it all work with his elite defense. With him just as being a walking mismatch. Um, so I want you to talk about Wembanyama a little bit because I mean I didn't leave here. I left saying that's he's gonna be a really good player for a really good time. I didn't walk out of here saying, yeah, that's the GOAT and he's the greatest player in the league right now.
Yeah. Um,
But go ahead, because I have my talking points, but I'll let you go first.
um, well, with Wemby, it was, I feel like we had like such a crazy reaction after game one. Like it felt kind of just like all the Jokic overreactions from like
Yeah,
2 years ago. Like, oh man, this is the greatest player ever. Top 12 guy already. You know what I mean? If you argue about it, you don't know what you're talking about, like stuff like that. And I didn't agree with that. I was like, I feel like those are crazy expectations to place on a 22-year-old right now. To sit there and call him the GOAT already.
right. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like we're not like I expect him to go down as an all-time great, obviously, right? Like that'd be stupid to say he won't be,
Right.
but let's not call him LeBron yet. You know what I mean? Let's not sit here and be like, yeah, he has to win immediately for him to not be a bust, right? He has to go get 4 MVPs and 3 DPOYs in the next like 5 years, or that's gonna be like disappointing. That's,
Right.
that's not fair.
Like, yeah.
But a lot of his issues that I thought I was gonna have with him, I don't think they were as bad. Number one, his shooting was nowhere near as like streaky as I was like worried it might be in the postseason. It got inconsistent game by game, but he was also like good enough, I felt like most of the time. The defense is obviously crazy. Like, like
Yeah, the
he
defense
is
is
the best
unreal.
defender in the league by far. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the chat shit no more. Uh, he's like so clear in the head the best defender on the planet right now. It's actually kind of crazy. Like his offensive game is nice, but like, man, defensively, like it's better than it was advertised, I feel like.
Oh, for sure. And it's kind of like it's kind of crazy that he's that good with that frame.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, you think, oh well, yeah, he's tall, lanky. Like, how you expect to like stop the bruiser, stop the like the rim runners, like? But it's like he really just like. I mean, you can't get to the basket with him there. You can't.
Yeah, he's crazy to watch. Um,
My my only, I guess, critique on him offensively because he wasn't elite offensively throughout the
oh yeah,
um, but when he like his offense stems a lot of getting like hitting shots when he has them.
Mhm.
Um, of course he can get to the rim, being that tall, but there's just a lack of like shot creation and
Yeah,
ball movement he can do. It's just hard at 7'5"
right.
to like create separation for yourself and create shots. So he would like spot up, take a shot, spot up, take a shot, and when he didn't have that, when he those shots were falling, he really didn't have an offensive game.
Yeah, we saw it a lot too. Like, yeah, like when he's hitting shots, yeah, he's unguardable, right?
Yeah,
Like when he's hitting step back threes, when he's like coming down the court and just hitting a pull up three, like there's not much you can do to stop him. But like also for the same reason why he didn't have like a crazy game outside of game one, offensively at least. Like he wasn't there's no real like super crazy shot making ability there, you know.
no,
And I don't think it's really there from like any level, right? Like I think his three is like it's always gonna be an option just because it's like you can't really contest it.
right.
Doesn't feel like a Dirk or a Cat type of guy, or even an Embiid or Jokic type of guy, where
It's
it's like
not a cheat code.
yeah, where it's like a legitimate like threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a threat and you have to respect it, but it's not a threat and like yeah, he can come down the floor and just KD you into a pull-up
Yeah.
three. The midi is a little iffy at times too because I felt like he was settling for a lot of faders,
Hmm.
which
Settling is definitely the word.
yeah, like it's gonna be like a lot of his stuff. It's gonna be open because he's 10 feet tall, and there's like what
With wingspan, you're 15 feet tall.
I know,
Like,
like he has a 9'7" standing wingspan. Like you can't guard that if we're being real. His wingspan makes it so his shot can be at the rim,
literally.
no matter what he does. Like,
He's
and
a
if he just
claw
jump,
machine. What the
yeah,
like,
literally, if he jumps, his shot is his wingspan's over 10 feet, so it's fine, right? Um, but it did feel like a lot of times he was like just kind of settling. Like if he wasn't getting like, clear attacks at the rim, it wasn't like as efficient of a shot. And like obviously he's gonna be able to finish at the rim, but it's like a lot of that stuff kind of has to be set up by either exploiting mismatches,
hmm.
or just having really good guard play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like obviously like Dylan Harper getting better every year is gonna make that like so his game is gonna be unlocked way easier.
Him with prime Dylan Harper is gonna be disgusting.
You have a paint touching guard. He's also very good at passing the ball. Like that's literally as good as it gets as far as like who you want next to him. So, but yeah, it's you can definitely see the inconsistencies offensively though.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like maybe I'm being nitpicky, but when you're throwing around, this is making him the best in the world, and this is putting him in the go conversation. It's like when we're talking about the best in the world, you have to, these are elements you have to have,
you have to have it. Your
right?
offensive game has to be like you can just
If
turn it on.
if you can't solely create your own offense and just be an all, because I don't think I would say he's the Spurs offensive engine. I don't think I would say that.
I don't feel like they don't have like one singular like person
No,
that's it.
yeah, their engine is their guards and how they run through. Like they might run through Wemby, but Wemby's not running everything. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not like even it doesn't even have to be heliocentric. It's not like, oh, he's like the clear best offensive player there.
right? But it's like if if everyone's having a bad game around them, do I expect that he could have like a complete Game 6 Braun takeover? I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah. At least
Just
not
because
right now.
that's not his game.
Yeah.
And if it like, but I feel like best in the world. If we're talking best in the world and go conversation, you have to be able to do it all. You just do.
Like,
Of course, it's high standards because we're talking about greatest of all time stuff.
right.
And it's not me saying it, it's y'all saying it. So
I
it's
know.
like,
And even if we don't want to count GOAT conversation right now, like, can we expect him? Like, let's say he's in SGA's position in game 7, right? Your
mhm.
role players aren't hitting shots, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you're gonna have to just go down there, ISO every play. Like, is that him yet?
Because yeah, no, I don't think you could do that.
Yeah, I
And
don't
that counterpart, it's like that Spurs offense ran so well. This was the first time I saw the Thunder, and I was like, Dagnall, I don't know, dog.
yeah.
Because like that offense looked just stagnant. No
Yeah.
one was movement. No one was like really attacking the rim. No one was like creating shots, creating opportunities. Like it was just kind of like pass it, hot potato at the perimeter.
Yeah. You could tell the team missed J-Dub and AJ Mitchell, like desperate.
Yeah, I think
Like,
people like, including myself, severely underestimate the value of J Dub.
yeah. I think we were I think we might have all like kind of been so on the whole like, yeah, J-Dub is really good both sides of the floor, but like SJ is like the clear offensive guy and Chet's obviously the better defender. So it's like maybe he's like the odd one out, but like we kind of forgot like having that secondary ball handler that can shoot and that can like just get rim touches is like
That's why I was so just bewildered by like the conversation. Like one, they're throwing J Dub in trade scenarios. Like why would you ever?
Oh yeah, I
Two,
saw that Jada and Kaysen Wallace for Donovan Mitchell trade earlier.
right.
That we saw like,
And two, like absolute clowning him for saying they would have won this series if he would have played. They would have won this series if he would have played.
yeah,
Is that so crazy that you're saying that if you had your second best player playing, they would have won a game seven that was already close? I don't think that's insane to say. And people are like, you can't use OKC as a injury excuse. Why not?
why
Y'all
not?
use it for Indiana.
I've seen my ring get discredited all year.
Where you're like, what do you I look got like I'm not a Thunder fan and I got pissed off by these narratives.
Like, come on, man.
Because it's so disingenuous.
Yeah.
It's so it's like the disrespect to Shea's game was
Mm,
disgusting, and I don't think I've talked enough about how brilliant Shea was this game. And
mm,
Shea, this was one of the best basketball games I've seen from an individual player. Just the shots he hit this was Kobe esque what he
yeah.
was doing. It legitimately was, and more efficient than Kobe, might I add. Um, more efficient than Kobe, more ethical than Kobe. Um, just could not miss.
Right.
Just taking these ridiculous shots, and it was hitting nothing but nylon. It was not touching plastic rim at all. Um, it was remarkable, and it was a shame that it was put to waste because no one else wanted to step up.
Yeah.
It was a wasted performance, but it was brilliant. And I mean, I reposted this. If you watch this game and left saying Anthony Edwards was better than SGA, which I
I,
saw,
I can't. I don't know how people say that. I don't know.
it's like I don't know how you leave saying Wemby's better than SGA.
Yeah,
I don't see that argument. I'm sorry, I don't see the argument.
it's not. It's a weird argument because it's like offensively, it's just so like no,
It's so different. like
no, like your argument should be that the defensive impact can negate the offensive impact. The difference, not yeah. I watched these two guys play, and Wemby's offense is like good enough to be right there.
yeah.
It's just not there yet. I don't know. That does suck. It was like SGA had like the best performance of his playoff career relative to like stakes and everything. And the biggest underperformance people are going to talk about is Chet Holmgren having 4 points. That's
Right.
that's what we're going to come away from this with. So
They'll be back.
anyway,
They'll be back. And uh shout out to Shay. Um shout out to Shay. I just I mean, just a disgusting narrative
yeah,
tear down of him. We're really unfortunate. Like, we gotta stop taking these players for granted.
honestly,
Y'all did it with Embiid, and now everyone's like, "Oh, I love Embiid. Like Embiid, like he's so tough." It's
where was this like 3 years ago?
like nothing's changed. It's been the same thing, and we're gonna do it again. And it's so disrespectful, and it's bad for the game.
It's so bad.
It's bad for the game. It's why the real reason why basketball is seen as a bad product is because of the conversations around
Mhm.
basketball. It's like why did I have to come on here and say the downfalls of Wemby after like I shouldn't have had to say that, but because you want to like the main argument is that he's better. This was a bad series for SGA, and this was just so great for Wemby. Wemby had some stinkers in this game, in this series.
That offense looked real nasty sometimes, and
He had some really rough games, um, and they won the series. Credit to him, but like let's not rewrite history, right? It's a shame to me, man.
I don't know. It was
We got to be better.
we have to. That's so true, man. We've got to like go in depth on it, but it's like so crazy when you see the difference in how other sports are talked about versus the NBA. Like even the NFL, I feel like is another like pretty drama-ridden sport. I feel like conversations there can be real annoying.
Yeah.
Like we would know, like especially with how it talks about like Jalen Hurts and guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert,
I
Lamar.
mean, people talk about Patrick Mahomes flopping all the time and like crying to the refs. Do they ever question his talent because of that? Not once.
I've never seen somebody call him like a fake MVP or anything.
Not once. Like I saw that stupid redhead guy who hates Hurts and then he went and said like SGA is the NBA's Jalen Hurts. Um
Listen,
it's like the only reason I think he is because it is there is one narrative about them that's being used to take away their talent as a player.
it's so
They say, oh, they're both championship MVPs. That's why they're the same. Like,
insane. They're both nonchalant championship MVPs.
I'll
They're
take it, man.
like I guess doesn't really go much further than that.
So I think Jalen Hurts is the only really bad one, but
I think
but yeah,
Lamar
it's like
gets some real nasty
say
because
that again.
Lamar Jackson, I think he's
Oh,
got real
sure,
nasty,
sure.
real nasty talks based on how good he is.
Which doesn't even make sense because Lamar Jackson is ridiculous on all phases of the game.
Now, I don't want to say it, but I do think it's a little bit of racism with how the NBA and NFL talks about his
Listen,
game.
I'll say loud and proud that it's
I
racism.
I don't want to say it because it's like, man, it's like it shouldn't be because these are like majority minority sports, but it feels like it. Right.
I feel like the loud majority of these sports are generally white men, um, especially on like Twitter and TikTok and all these and like podcast spaces. So there's always gonna be like some prevalence of racism when that's the demographic. Um, so you know, uh, I digress, but um, yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Oh, I guess we should talk about the series. um, Nick Spurs. Um, I I don't know. I don't know.
You know, it's funny because it's felt like everybody said like whoever wins the West wins the finals like pretty easily. But the Knicks
Nick,
have looked like such a great team. And maybe it's because the Spurs played OKC, so they looked a lot worse than they are.
but
But like, man, the
Knicks
Knicks
are
have
playing with some different continuity, man.
looked amazing. They have their offense looks terrific. Their defense looks they're just swarming you guys.
Really good. Really good.
They look great. If Mitchell Robinson is healthy, like that team has no real weaknesses when you look at it. Like maybe the Spurs could punish Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a lot of bigger guards that can get those paint touches.
I think coming into this, I wanted to say this was the next series, but obviously I don't want the Knicks to win. Um,
I don't want the Spurs to win. I don't want either team to win.
I,
This is a very
Chris is rooting for the
I don't-
meteor. Um,
oh my God. Oh my God, I'm a Cowboys fan. Maybe I'm cheering for the Meteor.
I'm cheering for the meteor. Um, but it's like I came in here saying think the Knicks have the series, but like talking about how good Dylan Harper has been, how good Stephon Castle has been, how good Devin Vassell has been, um, Kellen Johnson off the bench. Um, just
Luke Cornett has looked pretty
I
good.
was literally just about to say Luke Cornett.
Yeah, like him too. Like they've looked great. Like I remember it was like it felt like after like game like five, I want to say. Like anytime Luke Cornett came in game 6 or 7, I was always like, okay, all right, this is your chance. Don't make a run. Like I knew you were gonna do that too. Like especially in game 7 when he got the block on Isaiah Hartenstein, I was like, yo, that was like our chance to like go on a run before Wemby comes back in. But all
Yeah,
of a sudden, like a 8 point deficit.
that was like the final turning point. That was
Yeah,
like that might be it. I was like that might be it.
that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a 4 point swing, and then Wemby came back in like a minute or two later. Anyways, so it's like,
This is how important having a good backup center is.
man, like, so it's like I don't know. It's like that Spurs team is really good.
I know the Celtics could have used Luke Cornett.
Oh yeah.
Let him go for nothing.
He played
Um,
6 minutes in that game, by the way. Yo, what the yo,
he did what he needed to do.
that
He
is
did what he needed to do.
crazy. Oh my God, I lost to Harrison Barnes 8 years of separated from each other.
It's still fucking for that letter about the Atlanta Hawks game though,
Oh
the
my
promotional event.
God, dude.
He was still corny for that.
He was very corny. Luke Corny. Oh my
All
God.
right, so
I'm like looking at it. Yo, that's crazy. I really lost to Harrison Barnes on his birthday, 7 years separated from each other. Yo, how does this keep happening?
game sevens on birthday days, they don't lose.
Yeah.
I was seeing Sixers are looking at Harrison Barnes. Dog.
He was not good in this series.
He
I don't
didn't
know.
play.
Yeah,
Did he play?
he's the only person that didn't have a positive plus minus in game seven.
Like, like
You
we
know
were
that?
rumored to get Harrison Barnes like 5 years ago. Can we stop this?
No, this is so funny. Everybody else's plus minus is at the lowest zero. His is the only one that's in the negatives. He's got the -5.
Why are the Sixers like the kings of or like like they're so good at getting players that they were like supposed to get 6 years prior, and then they end up getting them like way later. Like James Harden, we got him later than we were, and then we're going to PJ Tucker. Just like a
Paul
long
George,
history of it.
Harden, PJ Tucker. My God. Kyle Lowry,
Kyle Lowry.
Eric
Well,
Gordon.
the Raptors wanted Tyrese Maxey for Kyle Lowry, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't do that.
No, imagine if we did do that.
That would have been one of the worst trades of all time.
That would be so funny to look at in like the retrospect.
That was the smartest thing Maury ever done was not be that dumb.
Oh yeah, we did. Did we talk about that?
Oh no!
Yeah, I just thought about that. I don't know if we ever talked about that.
All right, let's talk with Darren Moore and then we'll get out of here. Um, unless you want to do one question,
I
but
don't know if there's much for me to talk about Daryl Morey. It's just bye.
oh,
The
just
hell off
bye,
my
Daryl.
team. Let's
Um,
make a video about him. Actually, I just thought about it.
I don't hate the new GM hire though. Everyone's like all up in arms about it. I think it's fine.
I don't know much about his history with the Cavs. How long has he been there? You know,
He like was there for this new team, like 2022.
like for this new like Donovan Mitchell 3 years ago in the era.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad.
I'm like that's a good
That's
that team. Like we've seen a post LeBron era Cavs team not be able to rebuild. And the best chance they had to rebuild was to bring LeBron back.
yeah,
I mean, like, they were able to get a new star, like, attain stars, draft stars, find, like, role players like diamonds in the rough, like Dean Wade,
yeah.
Sam Merrill, um, just like, um, what's his face, who was with Miami?
Max Strus.
Max Strus, who played really well for him.
Yeah.
Um,
And they've taken chances too. Like, Lonzo Ball was that what's his name? Hunter? It's
yeah, I don't know who you're talking
Andre
about.
Hunter, right?
DeAndre Hunter. Who's the player they had last year who was like he went to Memphis that in the offseason, but he had a really like he
Oh,
was a
Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome,
Yeah.
yeah. Like we've haven't had role players off the bench, and he's been really good at finding role players off the bench.
Yeah. You could have really used him like a couple years ago, honestly.
Again. Um,
Oh my God.
so yeah, I'm like, looks good to me. I'm so glad we didn't get Jameer Nelson, dog. I was so like,
Oh my God.
that would have been Elton Brand all over again. I was like,
I love the Sixers, man.
I don't know, like GM is such like a business oriented thing.
Yeah.
It's like I never, I guess I just don't fully understand the position because it's like I don't know what like how much a former player can bring into that kind of role.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it even has like translatable traits like a head coaching job does. Right?
Right.
Or like because I feel like players aren't even that good at head coaching usually.
Yeah, I mean, that can be real hit or miss too.
Yeah, like
And it's like the guys that are really good coaches, I mean, they were like on the bench. They were either like
yeah, like they were
journeyman point guards or like,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's why people think Rondo is going to be such a good coach. I think Rondo could be decent.
yeah,
And like JJ Redick has been known as like a genius of the sport, like beyond. It's so funny, like what the podcast was when JJ Redick was there and what the podcast was when Steve Nash is hosting. Like the
Mhm.
clips are completely different.
Yeah.
Like Steve Nash is like, so how do you feel about this and this? And JJ Redick was like, so if you're the X here, and I'm running the pick and roll here, and then that says a bunch of lingo I don't understand.
Right.
It's
And
like
it's funny because looking at their player careers, you would think it'd be the exact opposite too.
right, or you would think Steve Nash would like have that too, at the very least. Um, but it's like no, you understand drawing up plays and this and that, and we saw it didn't really work with Steve Nash being a head coach.
Yeah.
Um, and he had all the talent in the world.
You ever think
Um,
it's because his offenses were always like so much more free flowing? So it wasn't as much XOs. It was always like,
yeah, I mean he was a D'Antoni guy, right?
yeah. And it was like a lot of God-given talent from his like passing ability. So he never had
Yeah,
to like, oh, we have to do this to get this guy open. Like, no, I can actually get this guy open myself.
yeah, and he
And
was in like D'Antoni system, so it was like made real easy.
yeah, and that system revolves around him being like hyper efficient scorer who can pass the ball at will.
Exactly. And it's like
Um,
you had Kyrie, but like I don't know.
well, JJ's like, you have to do these plays, you have to do this, do that. Like, journeyman. You have to be a end of bench guy who had to like study the playbook to get play time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
So
the clipboard Jesus kind of thing. Um,
backup QB, the
that's
clipboard.
right. That's right. That's why Sean Mannion's gonna be great, man. Um, all right, let's do one question. This is from Imam. He sent some questions last episode, but it was after we recorded. But they're good questions.
Mhm.
Um, so his question, I can still do two of them, but we'll see. We'll see how long this one takes. If American sports teams could get relegated like they do in soccer, what teams do you think should be first on the chopping block? And do you think it would be good for American sports?
They're relegated in soccer.
Yeah, so like
What?
in the Premier League team, if you're like a bottom conference, you go to like a bottom league and then another team comes up to that league.
Funny as hell. Oh my God.
So it would be like if like the Giants went to the UFL, like straight
That
up.
is funny as hell. That wouldn't work as well because oh my God, they just go dominate the UFL.
They
Right.
would.
But that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think it would work. I don't know. It's just like soccer is such like a it's been established for so long, and that's just what they do. And there's so much talent over there.
Yeah.
Um, it would just be hard to get like a really good product, I guess, at the bottom. But I mean, it would put pressure on GMs to not be the worst
Yeah.
because you would lose so much money.
I don't want to imagine like even what the Kings roster right now would do to the G League if you just drop them down there.
They would dominate.
They'd embarrass them, right? But yeah, it would be the Kings. That would be the
It would be the
Kings and
Kings in
Bulls.
basketball. Um, football, it would be
You say the
um.
Queens?
See, football would be interesting because teams turnarounds are so quick.
They are, right?
Like a team can go from first to worst so quickly,
Maybe the Raiders.
which is why it's so funny that the Browns are always this bad.
Yeah, the Browns, obviously, that's an easy choice.
Um, but like the Browns even have like some good infrastructure there.
I don't want to
It
put Miles Garrett against UFO tackles. They would start
You don't
dying.
have to. He's in LA now.
I know, but I want to put
Yeah,
Jared Burst against them, actually.
you're right. Um, it's probably Arizona.
Miami too. They could be a
Yeah, Malik Willis would dominate.
Malik Willis.
He
Just
would
put
ball
Malik
out.
Willis and people like him.
The Jets.
The Jets would be funny. But yeah, even now, like,
Well,
because
football especially, because
yeah,
it's just a physical. It would definitely not work for football.
yeah, it would not work for me. But even now, with like the Jets, like they're making a turnaround right now. Like next season, they're gonna be a lot better than they've been lately.
Yeah,
I think they would do it to the Steelers for being consistently mid.
mid relegation.
You've been mid too long.
Like, make a change. Gosh darn it.
Like make a change. I'm sending you to I don't know, like a Mexican league or something.
I feel like hockey would work with the little I know about hockey because
I can't. This is all you.
the little I know about hockey is the Flyers drafted this guy and he like stayed in college for most of the season and they dropped him in from college to the Flyers like end of the season and he dominated.
Really?
And he was the reason why they made that like run at the end to make the playoffs after they weren't supposed to be in it and to win a series.
Mm,
Um
that's
I
crazy.
feel like there's enough talent, enough that developmental leagues that like you can make it interesting, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
But I feel like out of the like the big ones, like I don't think it could work for baseball. The pitching's too good.
Yeah. And they already kind of have like they'll bring out players from the minor leagues.
Yeah, the minor league systems are so freaking deep. I think.
I don't think they would do that.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to imagine what some of these like pro athletes would do to like the lower
I
season.
think I can only see a world that it works in hockey, and I don't know that much about hockey, so I could be completely off base.
Yeah. This is not a hockey and soccer podcast.
Sorry, guys.
Don't
Sorry,
like
but
it would not work for the sports that we care about.
speaking of soccer, for our last question, will you guys be watching the World Cup? And are you excited for it? And what countries would you be cheering for?
I don't have a choice. All of my friends like soccer, and anytime I leave the house now, I'm gonna be forced to go to a bar to watch it.
Nice. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Um, I guess I'll cheer for USA. You know.
You're you're,
Um,
you're corrupting my beautiful American country with that. I can't, I can't do it. Let's try it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now.
um, as far as like other teams I've been rooting for,
I don't know. Who are we rooting for?
I'm gonna refer I'm gonna refer Iran. I mean, we're not even like the USA not even letting them play in the USA.
Yeah. That's like
Like
fun
that,
to think about.
so I'm definitely gonna be rooting for Iran. Um,
I'm rooting for
uh,
the teams that my friends root for. I don't know.
that's right.
Yeah.
Um, I mean I'm a part Italian, so I always kind of root for Italy. I like the German team.
You're part Italian.
Yeah,
When did that
my
happen?
great grandmother's immigrated from here, from there. At like 15. She ran away from an Italian gang.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Way cooler than you. You friends with her?
for sure, for sure, 100%. Um, but yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully there's like things to do around the city. What with it being here, obviously I can't afford
Oh
to
my
get into a game,
God,
but
dude,
like,
traffic is gonna be terrible for us.
oh, it's gonna be horrible.
No, we're gonna die out there, dude.
But I'm excited. I definitely want to go into the city while it's see like all the people coming in. I think it should be a fun time. And right before that we get the All-Star game. So
Yeah,
here.
we are gonna
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
be great.
stop it out there.
All right. So we appreciate y'all listening all the way. Uh we'll probably do another episode this weekend. We'll probably let a few finals game get in there. Um but yeah, we appreciate you. A couple more episodes and we'll be into our top 10 rankings and I'm really excited for that. Stay tuned for our 1 year anniversary episode this month. Super excited for it and
We're not telling you when it happens. We're just gonna drop it.
it yeah, it'll be around sometime.
You'll have to guess. Go watch all the videos back in order right now.
That's right. Figure it out.
Yep.
All right. We appreciate y'all. Peace out.